Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the GetGrowing Weekly Work Session with GetOiling. I'm Coach Ashley. We're joined today by founder Greg Kilwine. Hi, Greg. We
Hello,
also
hello.
have we also have Colin and Macy joining us from the team. We got a little baby. Everybody say hi to the baby.
Hi. Oh, she won't say hi now. Did you see her slam that whole cookie into her mouth?
She said hi to us earlier and it just made my day. And guys, we are joined again this week. So honored, so excited to have Jessica Doman back with us, gold leader in Young Living and creator of Modern Social Mama. Hello, Jess.
Hello.
It is so good to see you guys here today. And it's so good to see everyone coming in to into this live session here. Really glad that you're here. We've got Jess from the team here too. Hi, Jess.
Hello.
Able to make it. So today, you guys, we're going to talk about attracting Young Living customers. Attracting, meaning not you having to go out and find them, not you having to, make all the phone calls, do all the things, chase all the people. Is she waving now? Sorry, you guys. Macy's waving.
We all just need to get her off camera. She's going to blow up. She's going to completely ruin the whole presentation, isn't she?
I'm sorry. She's so cute. And people in the, look, it's happening in the chat right now. Macy has a fan club.
I'm secretly trying to build up her influence because I've been listening to you and how to market it. And so what I'm slowly doing is building up Macy's audience so that one day she can make Daddy $1 million.
There you go. There you go. But she'll still be a drummer. All right.
Yeah, she will.
All right. So back to it, you guys. So we're talking about how to find or have customers find us and how to never run out of people to talk with about our Young Living business. So I'm going to switch over to speaker view here. And because we're going to be powwowing here, Jess knows a lot about this stuff, right? And I kind of want to give you guys a little bit of background. So first off, for those of you who don't know me and what I have sort of historically brought to the table here, part of the reason why I started working with Greg and Amanda with GetOiling is because I have a background in this industry, right? I've built teams in this industry and I built teams on social media, right? Facebook, specifically Facebook. And this is going back almost 10 years ago. And it took a lot of time. It was a lot of time. Every time I was not actively with my daughter, who was 2 at the time, and I was a newly single parent, I was in my phone, I was in the DMs, I was actively I was at it all the time. And you know what? I was successful, but it was kind of a burnout, you guys. I don't know, just maybe a quick show of hands. Have you guys ever actively just really tried to build on social media, right? To get, gain influence, get people paying attention. And it's just, 1 hour turns into 12. How many of you guys have done that? Or how many of you guys see other people doing that and you're like, I don't know, I don't want that. I'm going to stay over here, right? It's a real thing. And it's a thing that we should be talking about. Right? I see. Yep. And it's an easy thing to do. It's an easy phenomenon to create in our business when we don't have a plan, when we don't have a strategy, and when we don't know how to draw boundaries around our business. And when we are here, right, and we want our business to be way up here, we just want to hustle until we can get to that point, right? But the fact is that if we don't set the right boundaries, no matter where you are, you're going to be carrying the weight of the bad practices that cause imbalance in your life, right? This is all wellness, right? Everything in Young Living is about wellness. What does it do to your wellness when you're strung out and too tired because you've been in Facebook for 15 hours, right? So we don't want you to do that. And so I'm really excited today to bring back Jessica Doman because she not only has been there, right? She's mastered Facebook, but she's been in that same place that a lot of us here have, what I just described. And she's found a way to work her business so that there are enough people showing up in her DMs every week so that she's getting 1 to 2 new members consistently into Young Living every single week. And she's spending 3 hours a week to do it. 3. So not like we're not getting on Facebook at 9 and we're done by noon and we just did all this scrolling and stuff. Like she actually has systems where she segments what she does. So she does the right things at the right time and she's strategic and she knows what she's going to do before she logs in. How many times have I talked about that with you guys? If you've seen me in trainings in the past, even with the GetOiling system, know what you're going to say before you log in, right? Jess has figured out how to do this with Facebook to protect her wellness, right? To protect her sense of balance. And we're revealing to the GetOiling community today for the first time, we have put our heads together and come up with a way for you guys to use Jessica's strategy with your GetOiling system, because a big part of hers, you'll see, hinges on using parts of the GetOiling system. And PS, it's not the complicated parts. It's like the really easy parts of the GetOiling system. So you can put this stuff to use in your business, no matter, whether you just started with Young Living or GetOiling yesterday, or you are a diamond looking to, get more of your time back into your business. So just so you know, stay tuned. Jess is going to be training on how she uses one of her key pieces from this program, and then you're going to learn about it and how you can get access to it. And guys, it's got our stamp on it. We helped to make this, and we are so excited to bring this to this community here today, because you need people to find you, and they're not just going to magically find your site because you put a website up, right? You got to find them, or you have to show up in front of them so that they come to you. Social media is inarguably one of the best places you can possibly do that. And we have one of the best experts on that here to share with us today. So without further ado, Jess, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back again today. I'm so excited.
Yes, we're thrilled to have you here. So for those who don't know about Jessica Doman yet, tell us a little bit about your background, right? Like with Young Living and kind of what does your life look like?
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, let's see. I'm Jessica. I am a mom of 2 little boys. I have been in Young Living just now 4 years. It was my 4-year anniversary in April. And I am a previous corporate saleswoman who quit my corporate job 2.5 years ago to stay home and work Young Living full time. So I didn't have to leave my babies, get on an airplane every other week and kiss them goodbye. And I worked really hard at my Young Living business, leveraging social media. The way my uplines taught me was to leverage social media and to really that hustle mentality. And I love my uplines and that support, but after so long, and they feel the same way, that there is this burnout that happens. And I was working, you guys, this is a hard pill to swallow, but I was spending 15 hours a week on social media. And I had a breaking point. My husband came to me and said, all this freedom that you're promising me from this Young Living business, I'm not seeing any of it because you're always on your phone and you have no boundaries. And that was really hard to hear. And something had to change. And so that's when I started this new way to look at social media on my own terms. And that's when I came up with the modern social mama system. And since then, I've duplicated it to my team now. So I'm no longer teaching them that burnout strategy. They have this same system to be able to grow their business and their paychecks in 3 hours a week.
That is so cool. So just out of curiosity, for those of you who are here today, you're here obviously because you're serious about growing your Young Living business. Every single person, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this as a recording in the future, you're serious about growing Young Living. Let me know in the comments, what made you decide to start your Young Living business? What made you decide, you know what, this is for me. This is what I'm going to do. Leave a comment. Let us know why. Why did you choose to do this? Was it time freedom? Did you want to work on your terms? Did you want to ditch a corporate job like Jess did? Do you want to earn what you're worth? Let's start looking at these comments here. Here we go. Coming in, legacy income, retire your husband. Yes. Earn money from home, right? Residual income, earn what you're worth. No ceiling over you and your work, right? Loving to help people towards, yes. Oh, there's so many comments coming in now. Fell in love with the products, want to retire my husband, wellness, better life, buy a house for my kids, right? So we do all of these things. We do all of the work to build this business so that we can have those things happen, right? So Jess, what was like when you had that realization, right? When you're in this place where your husband's like, all right, look, you said that's what we're getting, but I don't even have you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So what did you sign up for Young Living for? And what did you decide you were going to do differently at that point?
I signed up for Young Living because I wanted to be at home with my kids, right? And I had a career that I had to replace that income when I quit. And I quickly realized, right, when I was getting burnout that, listen, no, this was not worth my family, right? I wasn't going to, the one thing that you cannot get back is time, right, guys? No matter how much money you have. And I was wasting away my time. And the thing about when you have kids is, they're never going to be the same age that they are today again. And so I really decided after my husband and I had that really hard conversation was, if I was going to do this, I was going to do it on my terms, not the way Sally Sue did it, or not the way that it worked for, my uplines a couple of years ago, the way that I wanted it to be and what I committed to, what I could do. And that's what I did.
That's so awesome. And I know you've trained on this already a couple of times. You guys, we're going to make sure that you guys have access to all of the training that Jess has offered for free. If you don't have it already, if you guys are in the challenge also, if you went through Jess's social makeover challenge, leave us a comment or leave everyone a comment here. Let them know what you love the most about it. And then also just FYI, we are going to be doing some specific training on something Jess started giving away last week. If you go to guide.modernsocialmama.com, make sure you go grab that because Jess is going to show you how she uses a specific tool in her business here in just a bit. But there were a couple of things that you had to overcome before you were able to start working on your terms. So what did that look like for you? What were the obstacles that you had to overcome? I know one of them was about time, right?
Yeah, I had to get clear on how I was spending my time, because here's the thing, right now, you can get distracted by so many things, the scrolling, the pings, the notifications, all of those things. I had to get clear and set some real boundaries around, like you teach, Ashley, about turning off everything and allowing yourself to create, right? And so when I'm working, and that means I don't get interrupted. My family knows this. And also my phone is on silent. It doesn't answer. I don't answer it. So I had to get really clear on those boundaries. I also had to get a system, right? What it would look like. And I needed to really get strategic about my system, right? What was going to work for me, what wasn't. I'm so grateful, of course, GetOiling fell into my lap about that same time for me to manage many of my systems, right? And to give me the support that I needed to save me time, like automations, right? Like a CRM system for me to follow with my leads, all of those things. That's what really helped me, Ashley, was getting clear on those things.
Right. So there was the conflicting information about how you spend your time, then figuring out exactly how you're supposed to spend your time, and then getting systems in place so that you're spending your time the right way each time. Right.
Yes.
I love it. All right. So, I actually want to flip over into a share here. I want to show you guys, because we actually have some things to share with you. If you guys have already, if this will let me do it. I've never done this with Canva before. And I need to get into like sharing my screen to be able to do this. So I want to go ahead and do that. And let's see if I can make this work. Okay. Will it let me do it? Maybe not. Weird. Okay. Give me just a second. So let's talk about, tell us a little bit about the system that you've put in place. If you could start talking to us while I figure this out about the social post guide that you created, right? So you have this the social post recipe guide that details all of the types of posts that you make. So let's talk a little bit about that, and I'm going to get my thing figured out.
Okay, perfect. Yes. So I created the 2-week essentially social post recipe guide, and it's incredible, you guys, because I hear all the time from my team, I don't know what to post on social media. And if you're going to be strategic and you want to grow on social media, right, you need to be posting. And so this social post recipe guide, I have taken all of the confusion and about what to post and curated it all for you. So your posting has to be strategic, not random. And if you don't want it to take up all of your time, which again, if you haven't heard us talk today, that's what this is about, is time is so precious. And in order for you guys to be successful and only working 3 hours a week on social media, You need it to be strategic and not take up all of your time. So this social post recipe guide is going to help you with that. It's going to help you guys plan out your posts with this guide in 1 hour for a month's worth of content. Okay, that's a real thing. You can do it.
Awesome. So we're going to get to that in just a second, but there are a couple of things first. I think these really bear repeating. You've talked about these already. So let me just go up real quick here, right? So we're about to learn about the social post strategy guide, but this all ties into the whole system, right? Of all the things that you teach in Modern Social Mama. So go ahead and just kind of give us the spiel here. I will follow you through our slides.
So I want to know, and you guys can respond to me in the comments, give me a yes or no. If you want to grow and run your business on social media, okay, with a massive following, bringing in regular sales, which regular sales to me is 1 to 2 new members, new brand partners a week, working only 3 hours a week. Okay, tell me if that's you. Give me a yes or no in the comments. Absolutely, yes, yes. Okay, love it. So you guys, I went from feeling defeated and lost, and I was literally ready to quit my business and social media because I couldn't do it on my terms. All right. No one had done it before, and who the heck was I to do it differently? I had 0 qualifications on social media, and everything and everyone, right? Everyone that I was learning from was, telling me you can't do it that way. You have to work. You have to hustle it out, right? You need to work at least 15 hours a week on social media. That was the minimum. And I was burnt out and tired of it. So here's what I need you guys to know about social media growing is you would not just show up on your storefront, which in this case, I'm referring to your storefront as your social media. And by social media, I'm talking about Facebook and I'm talking about Instagram, you guys. Those are the platforms that I specialize in. That's where all my knowledge and education come from, and my growth. My 70,000 followers are across those 2 platforms. Your brand is your storefront, okay? So that's your Young Living business in this case. And if you had a Young Living business down on Main Street, you had an actual brick and mortar store, you'd show up every day, right? Every day you had open hours. You wouldn't just randomly show up on a Tuesday at 7 o'clock just because you felt like it, right? Or you had nothing better to do. You have to show up consistently on social media. You do if you want to grow. And you have to set boundaries and commit to showing up as the real you. This is social media gold because these are my systems here. All of these are my systems, from copywriting, which is so important, to hashtags. What the heck are those, right? This is my system is applicable for beginner and or even intermediates that want to leverage and use social media. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to use it all, you guys. It is a turnkey system. I have reels on there and highlights, all about that, you guys. This is one of my systems we've talked about, right? This is the social post guide, and you can go ahead and get it at guide.modernsocialmama.com. It's free if you haven't. This is that 2-week curated post guide that I was referring to before we get the slides up here. So these are the different posts, you guys. And I don't want to spend a ton of time going through this because Ashley made this beautiful with all of my posts in here. I gave you a specific example of each one of these posts. What I want to tell you guys though, is there are 7 posts here because there are 7 days. And if you really want to grow on social media, if you are a go-getter, want to go do it, you really need to be posting every day, okay? If that makes you feel overwhelmed, one, let's reframe our minds and not allow it to, because guess what? I've done a lot of the work for you. I told you what to post, okay? There are 7 different types of posts here, and you're gonna add them. You're gonna write down in a Word document, is how I do it, you guys, each month, Monday through Sunday, and then I give a post assigned to each day. So on Mondays, it's curiosity. On Tuesdays, it's relevant post. And Wednesdays, it's a meaningful quote, whatever it is. It doesn't have to, Mondays don't always have to be curiosity posts. It's whatever feels good to you. And then you get in a quiet space and you leave your phone off and you write content for the week, okay? You guys can use my examples on here to get you started, and then just write your content on your own. When you get focused and I've already given you a topic, you already know that you're going to write a curiosity post. It's so easy. The content flows out. Okay. You don't need to overthink it here. Posting using this recipe guide is fun and easy, and you can create your content for the whole month in just 1 hour. I promise. Okay.
It is incredible what you do when you focus on one activity and don't let anything else distract you, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I shared this. I just get a Word document, you guys, and write it out. It's very easy, okay? The other tips that I'll tell you is when you're leveraging these posts, okay, that we have in here, you're going to notice a higher engagement because it's a different way for posting when you're using this social post guide that I have. So, and we like that because then that's an opportunity for you to engage with new people, for your current friends list that are seeing your posts, etc. And guess what? That's what we're going for. So what I want to make sure to tell you guys is be sure to respond to every comment on all of your posts and every message. People get really weird on social media and confused. I don't know, how should I ask them that? How should I respond? You guys, it's the same as if you were in person, right? If somebody said something to you, if they gave you a comment in person, like, Jess, your hair looks fantastic today, you would not respond to them, right? You'd be like, thanks so much. Write that, okay, in your comments. It's the same thing. Okay, and then the last thing I'll leave you with is to show your beautiful face in as many pictures on your post, okay? They do 95% better than stock photos or pictures of your product, okay? People want to see your face because they're buying from you and they can see you and relate to you.
There's so much gold in here, you guys. I hope you're hearing this, right? So if you heard you need to respond to every comment and you felt a little triggered there, remember, there is one key thing that Jess has shared here, aside from the fact that she's given you every type of post, an example of everything that goes in them that you should be using. And again, you get this whole thing all written out. It's yours. It's free, guide.modernsocialmama.com. Guys, if you sit down, you plan these out and you write it out all for the month, you're copying and pasting on a regular basis. And just, do you schedule your posts? Like, so do you like schedule them out for the week and then like you show up when people comment after they post?
So my recommendation is to not use a scheduling app. The algorithm dings you for that. I've tested it. So what I like to do, Ashley, is I write out my posts for the whole month and I'll keep them in the notes section of my phone and in my computer. And depending on where I am, I'll click copy and paste it. Takes me 2 minutes. Okay. Like 1 minute for each platform, and it's up and it's posted. And then I will usually try to stay on and engage, wait for any comments to come in. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And then when I can get back on later and respond to comments, I will. It doesn't necessarily matter if you don't stay on and respond to comments right away. It's just as long as you come back and you respond to people.
And that conditions people to want to come back and engage with you, right? Because they feel heard. It's really powerful. And so here's the third point for you.
So from there, you guys need to know how to spend your time, right? Your valuable time running the systems and the storefront, okay? And this is what I use for this. I have a daily, a weekly, and a monthly checklist to keep me aligned, right? So when I'm sitting down working, these are the things that I'm doing, okay? I have the social post recipe guide. That's the 2-week curated post schedule. I have a content calendar. I have a cheat sheet, okay, for conversation flow. I have text hacks, which is such a time saver, in my phone. So like, if I want to say, how are you to somebody, I do HWO. You can do that on your phone. Teach you guys how to use that. It saves so much time, okay? DMOs, automations. Greg, I'm obsessed with the automations that you just put into GetOiling. So fantastic. Tools, and then of course, time management.
Awesome. So guys, this is all of the things that you need to know about how to use social media, the literal posts that you will be making, how to run it all together. And then this last piece is how you actually spend your time on this. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. This stuff, I nerd out on this stuff. And then finally,
So finally, and this is the fun part to me, not that in the daily it isn't also, but when you have a well-oiled machine, by the way, do we not love that well-oiled machine? We can take it to the next level with things like business pages, web pages, PR strategies, affiliate marketing, and more. Okay, this is when really everything is working together. So we really get to focus on getting more eyeballs on you, on your content, on your products and your services, right? To get you those sales, 1 to 2 sales a week in your business at least.
So exciting.
So this is great. You hear all the time, right, about people growing their business and selling on social media, right? And they're super successful. And it all makes sense in theory, right? But how do you go from the getting it to doing it? So here's your spoiler alert. If you think you have no qualifications for marketing and that you would need to invest in a social media coach, which by the way would cost you thousands, trust me, I know. You don't need a coach and you do not need to invest thousands of dollars, okay? You need tools, resources, community, and then an expert on social media who sells weekly on social media, working 3 hours a week or less. That's what you guys
Yes. Learn from the person who's getting the results.
Yep. So you guys, I've created a system to show you exactly how to do just this, okay? So how to run and grow a massive following on social media, bringing in weekly sales, which translates to Young Living, that's 1 to 2 new members a week, all while working 3 hours a week or less on social media. It is called the Modern Social Mama. You've heard us talk about it. Ashley and I and the GetOiling team are so excited. The link for it is there, but Modern Social Mama is the system, you guys. So let me ask you in the comments, are you guys ready for your dream business? Give me a yes or a no. Yes. Okay, love it. Ready? Love it. Okay, so in 5 modules, you're going to get my system that has gotten me to 65,000 plus followers. It's over 70 now, but consistent business growth and sales in 3 hours a week on social media. Here's what you guys are going to get in Modern Social Mama, you guys. This is module 1. Remember, we have 5 modules. Module 1, you're going to get my entire system. So everything I use, including templates and look over my shoulder videos. I cannot tell you how many videos I made that were literally on my phone screen sharing or on Zoom on my desktop showing you how to do things, okay? Because that is a lot of times what you need. Social media has this misconception that it can be hard. And I think that deters a lot of people. And I really took this off, Ashley and I, when we designed it, took that off your plates. So you don't need to have low confidence when it comes to social media. You can do this. And I walk you through it step by step. Ideal client clarity. And if you've ever done this before, you guys, I want you to do the one that we made because you talk to your ideal client differently on social media. Mindset, because it's true, the power of your mind even shows up on social. And then last in module 1 is how to attract, define your pipeline, show up, share, and convert, you guys. Convert into actual sales. Module 2 is all about your storefront, okay? So we're going to talk about messaging. So how to speak straight into the heart of your ideal client so they show up, okay? So they're commenting on your posts, so they're sending you messages. Visual, we're going to create a cohesive brand experience so your message leaves an impact. That's what it's about. Infrastructure. So everything you need to run this strategy end to end, you guys, we have done it all for you. Module 3 is your business manual. So it's all of my systems, you guys. We shared this earlier, but copywriting to your social content to blogging. Oh my goodness, there's a great section there about blogging, about your posting strategy. I do a deep dive into Instagram. My hot list strategy, you guys, which I've shared with some very large influencers who love it. This includes scripts of how to follow up with leads. It includes when to follow up with leads, what to say when they say yes, what to say when they say no, what to say when they don't respond. Okay, you guys? Conversations, converting to a sale, and then expanding your network, which that's what social is. Module 4 is running it like a boss, because you are a boss. Okay. So let's wear that hat proudly. I'm going to teach you how to use your storefront and your systems in 3 hours a week or less. Okay. We're going to do that by being really efficient in time management, by scheduling, by leveraging our checklists, by leveraging the content calendar, the automations, and then the list building and syndication of that. Module 5, you guys, is taking it to the next level. So this is where things get super exciting. So when you've mastered the 3 hours a week on social media, we can expand your strategies into business pages and groups and network expansion, and of course, your website.
I think it's really important to note here that a lot of us get really caught up in things that are next level before we've got the systems in place that make us successful in less time. Yes. Right? Like I am so excited about the way that this is structured specifically, because once you've got a clear picture, guys, in module 1 from what it is that this all does, you're going to know how all of it works together. You have the ability to visit the different modules of this section and build your strategy no matter where you are. If you are totally brand new, you don't have to blog yet. You don't have to have a website homepage yet. You don't even necessarily have to have groups on Facebook set up yet, right? You have the ability to really kind of use this to meet you where you are, and have your business grow with the strategy that you pick up here. So, this is so exciting.
So Modern Social Mama is the turnkey system to show you how to do everything on social media to grow your business and your paycheck. Okay. I want you guys, I'm going to ask you this, and I want you to comment below. Tell me what if you actually knew how to leverage the social media algorithm to help your posts get more traction so your ideal client sees them. What would that feel like when you can see that like your post is getting a ton of traction and engagement, and you start seeing comments or you start seeing your DMs going off? What would that feel like for you? Would that be like exciting? It would be confidence. Yes. Empowering, life-changing, successful and confident, rewarding. Yes. Love all those. Finally. Yes. Angie, would feel great. Yes. All right. And then attracting your ideal client with ideal messaging and posts, you guys. You're going to get all this. Plus the social post guide to tell you what to post and when to post for your ideal engagement within the social algorithms. My hot list strategy, again, sharing how to follow up with your leads, scripts for what to say, when to say it, how often to reach out to them, what to say when they don't respond, and how to brand yourself with what you post and what you share on social media. How to include reels on Instagram, which here's a hot tip for you. That is the latest growth hack tool for Instagram. How to leverage other experts with similar products and services using their audience to gain engagement on algorithms using reposting. This is also a huge growth hack on Instagram. And then of course, your daily, weekly, and monthly checklists. You're also going to get my content calendar, how to manage it all in 3 weeks, of course, copywriting, hashtags, you guys, we're really breaking those down, how to use them effectively. And then how to boost your post on Instagram so the algorithm actually helps your ideal client see your post. And by boosting, I don't mean like an ad. Somebody asked me that question earlier. I'm like, nope, not an ad, to actually like boost it organically yourself. How to write content for the entire month in just 1 hour. Can you even imagine the time that you will get back when you don't have to sit and think about what to post every day? You're going to have your DMs filled with your ideal clients, and we're going to reframe your mind around social media so that it's fun and easy for you. Okay. Because it is, you guys. Tell me, how would it feel if you did all this in just 3 hours a week? Tell me, what would you spend all of your free time on? Put that in the comments. What would you spend your time on if you only had to do social media for 3 hours a week to grow your business and your paycheck? That would be refreshing, amazing, Go to the beach. Sign me up for that, Dee. I'm with you on that. I got time for that. Angela, your other business. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Great. Okay, you guys, so when you jump in now, this is what you're going to get. So we have so much value here. You get my curriculum for Modern Social Mama, which has a value of $12.97. My members only Facebook community has a $4.97 value. My guides, my checklists, my templates, my hot list strategy, y'all, $3.97. And the social makeover, which hopefully all of you participated in, has a value of $2.97. So all in, you guys, this is a value of $24.88. So much in here. But when you jump in now, I'm going to give it to you guys for $77. And that's kind of a different number, right? So I feel like I owe you an explanation for that. And this is what I shared with Ashley as well. So you can get Modern Social Mama for $77. And that is because the number 77, if you're familiar with angel numbers or universal numbers, is all about good energy and love and luck. And that's what I want for you guys on social media. I really want to go against the grain here and call it the elephant in the room that social media doesn't have to be hard, okay? You don't have to be a young millennial to learn social media, okay? Anybody can do it, you guys. And this number here means that, okay? It means luck and good energy because I did this. I've taught hundreds of people to do it, and I can't wait to teach you guys how to do it as well. So you guys can get this at modernsocialmama.com. And then through tomorrow, you guys, you can add on the Mamahood Mastermind community, which is the group coaching component of this, where we're going to really get into the ins and outs of the Modern Social Mama system. You're going to meet with me live once a week in a group setting where we're going to go over your questions and get your strategy solidified. Okay. Plus once a week, I'm also going to pop on and answer any questions that are submitted into the Mamahood Vault question box. Okay. So this typically, you guys, is a $97 a month value, but I'm giving it to you guys for the first month for $1 because I want you to hit the ground running when you get into Modern Social Mama. I want you to feel the community feel and to get all of your questions answered because you can do this. And I can't wait to see you succeed on social media. This goes in, I'll just say this, you guys. So the Mamahood is a community like I've always wanted, right? Because when a bunch of us moms come together and support each other in growing our businesses, while also growing our families, we all win, which I think that is a lot of young living too, right? All of us who have kids, right? We come together and we grow our businesses and our families. And that's exactly what we're going to do, leveraging the gold that social media is as well. In addition, the other things that you're going to get within the Mamahood are ongoing exclusive trainings to grow your social media, of course, time management tips, the latest social media growth hacks. I tried a new one last night, you guys, and that I can't wait to share in there. Exclusive training, of course, from Attract Well and GetOiling, which I'm so excited about. Ashley and I have some incredible content planned out for the next, probably we have at least 2 months worth of content that is on our list and adding more all the time. Exclusive templates and resources. And this is the other thing, you guys, that I wanted to, again, in my commitment to you guys, that I want you to hit the ground running. I threw in this contest because I want you to see that the proof is in the pudding, okay? That this will really work if you want it to. So this is a contest exclusive to Modern Social Mama. And tell me if you can just say yes or no, if you would like to grow your ideal client list leads by 20 in 2 weeks. So that's 10 a week. Anyways, that's easy, okay? Yes, everyone's like, yes, of course. All right. So can you imagine making 10 new friends or followers this week who can't help but comment on your post and send you a message, wanting to know where they can get your Young Living products? And this can be you, I promise. Okay. So this contest is for the 2 people, okay, who are in the Mamahood community who grow their friends list the most inside the Modern Social Mama course, okay? You're going to win a one-on-one strategy session with me. All right, I'm going to pick 2 of you. This is valued at $99, you guys. And I cannot wait because contests are fun. That must be the red in me. I'm sure some of you will enjoy it too. But I cannot wait to see and watch you guys grow and cheer you on. All right, so some additional questions for Modern Social Mama. And don't forget, you guys, it's live now. So you can go to modernsocialmama.com and get it. You will check out and get Modern Social Mama, the course first, and then it will bring you to a page to add on the Mamahood for $1, which again runs through tomorrow. So the social platforms that are covered in MSM are Facebook, Instagram, your personal website, of course, through GetOiling or Tractwell, and blogging. How do I manage this strategy? So I'm going to share my favorite website that I use, which is GetOiling. And we have an expert. She's right there. You guys can see her, Ashley, who is going to show us how to maximize our own website, use the CRM for keeping track of our leads. And lastly, you guys, these are the tools that you're going to use and that I teach you how to use inside the course. So Canva, Facebook, Instagram, Repost, and then of course, GetOiling or Tractwell.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to pop out of my share here. I'm sure we have questions.
Ooh, yeah.
How exciting is this? ModernSocialMama.com. Let us know in the comments if you're doing this. We will have a student group. Our team will be live in that group. We're going to be teaching you guys, and I'm actually going to do a live training on this. Specifically, Jess's hot list strategy, you guys, revolves around using the GetOiling Contact Manager. If you are at seed plan and GetOiling, you can do this. Right? Any level in GetOiling, you can use this. And I don't know if you guys heard the last time Jess was here. Jess, what percentage of your personal enrollments are people you met on the internet using this strategy?
95 to 98%. I just signed somebody up in my town. I just signed 2 people up in my town. So that might make it 95 now. I think last time I told you 98, but the majority, okay, of my team.
Vast majority.
Yep. And my team too, you guys.
Isn't it funny how, and because this happened to me, I grew online first, and it wasn't until I became a big deal with my growing online that people local to me were like, okay, I want to know about that. What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. So guys, modernsocialmama.com, modernsocialmama.com. This is a strategy that integrates GetOiling. This is built on the GetOiling platform. This is designed to help you make sense of all of this, but you don't have to have all of the tech things put together. So we do have some questions here, and then I absolutely want to make sure we're honoring time for the 2 people who signed up for website reviews today. Actually, by the way, if you signed up for a website review and you know that that appointment is today, please raise your hand for me. Let me know that you're here. Wonderful. I see you, Allison. Okay, perfect. Or wait, no, that's not you. All right, so let's go ahead and start with these questions. Okay, so Dana says, what's a good note app for Android? Oh, and where do you store your pictures for posting? These are good questions.
Those are great questions. I don't know I don't have an Android, but a note app for Android. I would assume there must be one, or I don't have an app. It's just a note section on iPhone that comes standard. So certainly there must be somewhere. The other thing that you could do, Dana, which I have been known to do this, is just email yourself your Word document, and then you can copy and paste from there. If you can't find
I love that
note app that you love.
Or use Google Docs, right? Because you can get that anywhere, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Do you use Stories?
Absolutely, yes.
Awesome. Is it going to be live or on demand? Yes and yes. So I don't have your name here. So this is actually already done. You can go through this course right now at modernsocialmama.com, end to end, all there, but we are going to be adding more live content and live support to it. So I've got places in there, for instance, where I'm teaching, and I'm actually kind of pointing to support articles that we have, but I'm going to be doing some live training on Jess's system in real time, sort of like role playing out through the process of someone who likes a post and how we have a conversation with them in the DMs here, and we make our notes and GetOiling here, and we use this follow-up plan that Jess uses. It's the whole system, you guys. So there will be some live components in particular with the mamahood is where you're going to be live the most, right?
Mhm. Yep.
All right, Jess, do you use one of the content providers that are GetOiling partners?
So not on social media, but I do use Wild Customer Delight for emails. And that all runs through my GetOiling platform, runs through a bundle. It takes me like 10 minutes to set up each month. It's incredible.
And we actually have a training. If you go to our YouTube channel, and we're actually teaching the YL Customer Delight using their monthly email drip. It's Educate Your Members in an Hour a Month, I think is the name of the title on our YouTube channel. So that strategy is there. Isn't that cool though, right? So you've got this strategy. You're spending 3 hours a week putting your content together to attract people to you. And then you're using the content partners with GetOiling to be able to shave down the time that you have to spend to support your members. Wow, this is so cool. All right, so someone says, one of the folks that have gone through this course, how many have reached? So this is a good question. We're launching this right now, but Jess, you actually have some folks who have followed your strategies. Your team has been going through this. So I guess tell us a little bit about what that's looked like in terms of your team being able to duplicate some of your success here.
Yeah, I've had, so my team has had some incredible success at doing this. I don't have their follower counts off the top of my head. And the other thing that I'll say is, I say that a lot, that I have 70,000 followers, but here's the thing that really matters is if they're your ideal followers, right? Which in my case, my ideal followers, no offense, Colin and Greg, but aren't men. And so if I had 70,000 men following me, that would do me zero good in my business. So what we really focus on, you guys, is ideal followers. So there are a few of my leaders in my team who have, upwards of 4,000 on their Instagram, and then an additional 4,000 on Facebook, something like that. And they, again, make regular sales each week. So 1 to 2 new members a week.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really important thing to note. It's not about the number of followers. When I was doing this thing 10 years ago and enrolling similarly, I didn't have anywhere close to that amount. And I think Instagram didn't even exist yet. If you can have a few thousand, and if they're super targeted and you know what you're doing and you're making friends in your networking, which she teaches you how to do all of that in this course, then yeah, you don't even need that. And certainly starting out, and I think importantly, you don't need to have a big audience right now, right? Like at what point does this strategy start working for you? I mean, you can have 20 friends, right?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to start working for you right away. Right. And we obviously want to get more eyes on you, on your content, right? So then they can see Young Living. But it can start working for you right away.
Awesome. So someone asked, do you teach or touch on enrollment or follow-up onboarding? So I think they're asking, like, once you're getting someone started. So someone says, yes, how are you getting them started? Do you touch on that at all in the curriculum here?
Yeah, I don't really, honestly, because GetOiling has a ton of great resources and that I've been leveraging, right? And how to onboard people. I have all of my members, Ashley helped me. They are all in a vault, so they have access to that. And it's just ongoing education, you guys. I also use Grow Workspace, another GetOiling partner, to provide education to my members as well. So that's how they all get onboarded, is through that. And then the automation, the email campaigns, the drips that they get that provide education that way, all that's set up in my system and automated, and it goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's a question from Anna. It's a good one. All of this in 3 hours a week sounds amazing. How much time are you spending on other things for your Young Living business, like classes?
I don't spend any time doing that.
This is all the time you spend.
Yep. When I first got started, I would teach classes, and I did do pretty well on them. But again, I got really burnt out, and I felt like I still needed to have the one-on-one conversations with people because I was doing my classes online. And so I was spending all this time posting and marketing classes online, and then also still having to have the one-on-one conversations. So instead of me spending all that time doing classes, why don't I just have the one-on-one conversations and provide education up front?
All right. So Vivian says, if I want to use my GetOiling account, landing pages, custom pages, vaults as links in Facebook posts, would I write down all of our content for the month and not enable anything until the day you're going to share? So just as an example, Vivian, if you're going to be showing up and posting something for content on a regular basis, it's best that you're using your blog as that strategy, as the thing you're sharing in that strategy. And if you are doing that, then the answer is 100% yes. You can schedule the release of your blog posts for the day that you plan to make the post on social media that you've written. If you want to create pages that you would only share on certain days, or you only want them to be public on certain days, there is a published little checkbox in your custom pages feature. So you can choose whether or not this thing is able to be seen. You can choose whether or not a vault is enabled. So that's whether it is seen or not. So you can modify what's visible on your site based on a schedule that you choose. You would just have to go in and check those off. But with a blog, you don't have to think about it. You set it, you schedule it, you grab the link, you get ready to, you put that in with the post that you're going to make. And then when you make the post, you drop the link in the comments and it's good to go and it's ready that day because you planned for it. And Jess talks about how she does this very thing inside of the course. All right, Sean, do I have to be a mom with young children to be in this mama group, or can I be an empty nester? Oh, that's a good question.
It totally keeps coming up, Sean, and you totally don't have to be a mom of littles. And I say moms, that's who my ideal, I'm such a mom. But I mean, moms can be many different things. And before I was a mom to humans, I had a dog, and that's mom, right? Like mom, being a mom to me, like this whole mamahood, modern social mama is like a community, I guess. You know, how we like to mom other people sometimes, even before we are moms ourselves. Yes, you would absolutely be welcome.
Yeah, you just might get mommed.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we all have been, so, you know. All right. Do you store pictures on your notes too when you're planning your posts out?
I have it stored in the photo section with a separate folder. And then I just have them in order from there. So it's super easy.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. All right, Dee, I work during the day so I can watch everything so can I watch everything in the evening, retiring in June? Congratulations. We'll have more time after. So Dee, you can access these materials anytime. And all the videos are really brief and easy to follow. Jess, how much time should someone spend, let's just say on a daily basis over the course of 3 weeks to get this done?
Maybe 30 minutes a day.
That's doable. Guys, remember this was designed by and originally for moms of littles who, you know, sometimes can't find time in the day to justify taking a shower, right? Like we're so, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't have time for that. I gotta cook. I got this one's screaming. That's a mess. Like this is not gonna be something that's gonna require, you know, a scholarly amount of time from you. I think 30 minutes is a really nice ask, and good job on that, Jess.
Yeah.
All right. So Jess is, you're gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gold. That was the question. So Jess is ranked gold right now and working on up from there. All right. All right, so Dee, if you haven't signed up for GetOiling yet, and you're wanting to see a strategy where you can use GetOiling and have it all spelled out for you and be a part of a community that's doing the same thing, this would actually be a really great opportunity for you because you're going to learn how to use the contact manager that's at the core of our system, and you'll have us there to support you as you're implementing this strategy. So you'll actually start to experience growth while you're learning how to use the platform. I think what a lot of folks will do is just kind of dive headlong in and try to learn all of the tech everything and get really overwhelmed and forget that we're still supposed to be talking to people. So I think this is a really great first place to start if that's what you like to do, and you can get started for $1. All right, Tina says, I can work with a $77 system, or do I need the monthly subscription? I feel like I'm running in several directions on courses, having done all of these different ones. Okay, how is this different? Okay. So Tina, this is a great question. The course itself by itself, 77, right? The mastermind, you can try it for $1. You can quit at any time. It's 67 a month, right, Jess?
Yep.
Okay. So if you were to choose to stay a part of the mastermind community, the mamahood, then you have that choice. You don't have to. All of this curriculum that we've talked about today, right? All of the things that you need to in this complete system, it's in the course, it's done. You access it when you want to. It's a one-off. The courses that you've listed here that you're a part of, this is not those. And honestly, it's really not comparable, except for the fact that they both talk about social media and both use the GetOiling platform. This is a deep dive and complete strategy that focuses on how you're showing up with your messaging and your branding on social, with time management as being like a real top tier priority, right? Showing up in 3 hours a week or less with everything done that you need doing so that you can enjoy the residual benefits of working for yourself in this business, right? So yeah, there's obviously in network marketing, if you're a part of a lot of different things, there's going to be some overlap, but I have never seen anyone in a social media focus course go through the specificity of what Jess offers. And of course, with the addition of GetOiling and us being a part of what's happening here, you've got a system plus strategy marriage together that, again, it's not like we haven't contributed to other courses in the past, but this is really about your social. Right? This is really about how you're showing up on social and spending your time and setting those boundaries so you can work like Jess. Jess, is there anything else you would want to add to that?
No, you nailed it, Ashley.
Okay, thanks. All right, so we did answer that. About 30 minutes a day, not hours, 30 minutes a day. When does the competition start, Jess?
It's going to start Monday.
Ooh, okay, this Monday. Oh, it's exciting. All right, as the Young Living platform changes, do you see ideal followers as customers changing? Interesting.
No, I
question.
don't. I don't actually. That is a great question, but no, I don't.
Okay, yeah, and I agreed. I think for new people, it's going to be exactly right? Like for people
Right.
who've been around forever, like, oh, here's a big change, but to new people, it's going to be better, right? Because it's the only thing they know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's the oils aren't changing, the product's not changing. All right, so Angela says, I have 2 of each, Facebook and Instagram. One for my new business and one personal. I plan to come on to GetOiling soon to see how to combine or possible my websites. Would you suggest? Okay, we cover this. And I think you actually talked about this in a previous training of ours, but you have a Facebook and an Instagram, and you have multiple businesses.
Yes. I don't recommend having multiple social profiles. It's harder for people to find you. It's so hard to manage. And remember, I really only want you on social media 3 hours a week for your balance, for your sanity. And you can't really do that when you have that many different profiles.
That's right. And I think important to remember is we're talking about attraction marketing and branding yourself. That's really kind of at the core of this. And when you're using those 2 things, you can offer anything because you're not putting the products out there as the flag front and center. It's your face, like Jess said.
Yep.
All right. No, Ilka, so we are, so our weekly work sessions, we're featuring this. We're really excited to launch this, and we're sharing this news with you guys here today. Our weekly work sessions will continue to be our weekly work sessions. We'll feature our content partners, our training, our announcements, and all of that. If you are a part of Modern Social Mama, we will be showing up there in addition to what you see here. And there's also, content inside of that course in addition to what you, would otherwise find with your GetOiling subscription if you are a part of Modern Social Mama. So there's bonus stuff that you can get if you're a part of this thing we're talking about here today. But we'll still be here every Thursday to help you guys out. All right. Do you have different Instagram accounts for Young Living, or is it all personal? Okay. Yeah. So we just answered that. Just one branded to you. Has the content you provide, tweaked to be used for night? Okay, so the content that you provide, Jess, like in the social post guide, you're talking about what the posts do and examples of you doing them, right? Yep. So tell us a little bit, I guess, about what someone would be able to do using Modern Social Mama to translate that into what works for them and for their person.
Yeah. So, and remember, you're going to get, there is a section where we talk about ideal client clarity. So our ideal clients are going to be different, right? Even if we were moms and we were targeting to moms, our ideal clients are going to be different. So you're going to get really clear on who your ideal client is. You're going to learn how to message to them. Okay. Because you talk to them differently on social media. So we're going to get really clear on that. So your messaging, you attract that person. Okay. And then you're going to leverage the social post guide to be able to look at my examples and write to your person. So instead of you saying, oh, instead of using my post saying I was up 100 times with my kids last night, I really need, to have this unicorn juice to help me get through the day. You would say something like, I don't know, I'm making this up, but my hair is really feeling really soft today. And I can't wait to, share my new shampoo with my girlfriend next week when we meet for lunch. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a poor example, but it caught me on my toes there for a minute. Yes, you absolutely have. I give you the content and the tools to be able to write to your ideal customer, because I know that my examples that I gave aren't for everyone. But it's certainly applicable, and it's going to make it very easy for you to write content to your ideal customer.
Right. You guys, so in module 1, you're going to be learning about figuring out who your ideal person is. And this is different. Like for those of you who have been in Go for Gold, this is not the bat signal. This is not the same thing. I would actually say it's simplified. It's a bit simpler to arrive at than the bat signal. So you're coming up with your ideal person. And then what you're doing in the later module, I think it's module 3, because the second module, you're setting everything up. So you learn about everything that we do in module 1, you set everything up in module 2, then you've got your sort of reference book of the systems that you'll use in module 3. Module 4, you learn how to put it all together, right? So in module 3, you get into copywriting, which is how to show up, how to talk effectively so you can influence, so people can take action. And then also how to talk to your ideal person, right? So that's where you actually, like, this course teaches you how to take what Jess has as examples, because some of us really do need to see somebody else's version of what we're talking about for us to be able to say, oh, I can swap my words here and there, right? And so just trying to accommodate everybody's learning styles here. How can you be found on social, Jess? So folks can find you.
You can find me on Facebook. It's Jessica Doman. I also have a business page, which I know I told you guys I wouldn't recommend, but I already have a huge following there, so can't get rid of it. But The Traveling Oiler. And then on Instagram, it's Jessica Doman _.
Awesome. The sign up link, 2 questions for this, modernsocialmama.com. modernsocialmama.com. You guys head over there now. It is $77. One time, all the everything that we've talked here today. And if you sign up by, I think, what is it, midnight tomorrow, it is $1 for your first month of the Mamahood, which is Jess's monthly mastermind program, where she's going to keep up to the minute, because the social media stuff is changing all the time. You're going to get access to her on live calls and so on. So you're going to see us, our team, in these groups. You'll see me there. We'll be doing some live trainings in there. Really excited in particular for us to co-run a webinar here coming up soon, where we're going to talk about the prospecting and networking strategy, Jess's hot list strategy, and how you use your GetOiling contact manager to keep this all together. Get a notification in the morning of who you need to reach out to that day, and have a pre-written idea of what you can say to them ready to go, and just kind of make all of this flow, because it's all figured out because we put it together for you. So awesome. You guys, modernsocialmama.com. Thank you for sticking around. And thank you, Jess, for being here today. So glad that we're able to offer this with you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. And thank you for all of your help, you guys. I'm so excited about all the people we're going to help with this.